Good morning. Welcome to another Hatha Yoga class. If you're signing in now, please give me a wave, a like, some kind of indicator that you're here. We'll begin when a few more people jump on. Those of you who are already here, find a comfortable seat. So good to see everybody this morning in this newer virtual way. Today's class is a continuation of a series on leading with the heart in Hatha Yoga and meditation. So there won't be a lot of preamble today. It's pretty straightforward what lead with the heart means, both in terms of physical cues and the asana practice, but also how we go about our daily lives. Many of you have probably experienced the feeling of being up in your head. And this can be particularly true in crisis times, but for some of us it's true a lot more than we'd like to admit in our day-to-day activity, crisis or no. So one of the beautiful benefits of Hatha Yoga practice is to come down into the body, come down into this place of grounded wisdom. The body has so much information to share with us, and it's such an integral part of feeling alive and leading a life that is full of joy, it's full of relationship, that is fulfilling. So as you start the practice this morning, maybe you're just coming out of sleep and feeling a little groggy, take a few enlivening breaths. Just consciously take control of the breath for a few minutes. Few rounds of breath. This morning's pranayama will be Robin's breath. Many of you have been in this class before, familiar with Robin's breath. But before we get there now, that you're breathing consciously, bring your awareness down into the body. With every inhale, feel your form fill up. With every exhale, direct the pranic energy throughout your form and then out into the room. Pay particular attention in your posture during pranayama this morning to your seat. Are you really taking your seat in the body? This is what the word asana is really all about. Poses or taking a seat. And as you take that seat and find the sits bones on the floor or on a bolster if you have one, root down. And also as you root down, lift up the heart. Find length in the spine. You're lifting not only the front of the heart, but the back of the heart as well, as you find that length in the spine. Excellent. So Robin's breath, heart breath, very simple. Bring our hands to heart center. Create some tension in between the palms and the fingertips. Lift the elbows. Take a full exhale. Bring the hands forward, round the back, tuck the chin to the chest. Next inhale, widen the hands, lift front and the back of the heart. There's a gentle back bend going on here. Spread out the fingers, lift elbows. Exhale, dive forward again. Inhale, hands to heart center. We'll do 3 more rounds of Robin's breath. Exhale, forward. Inhale, open. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale, forward. Round the back. Bring tension to the abdomen. Inhale, hands to heart center. Tuck chin. Lift through the crown of the head. Exhale. Inhale. Remember to smile. Exhale forward. Inhale. Exhale forward. Hands to heart center. One last one. Inhale. Lift. Exhale forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, dive. And hands back to heart center. Place the hands down on thighs. Roll the shoulders around. Maybe a little bit in the hips as well. Other direction. You might feel a loosening here around the scapulae, the shoulder blades, or up in the heart underneath the clavicle. Come to a still point. Lift the arms up. Clench and unclench the hands. Draw the navel toward the spine. Flick the fingers down and out. Flick the fingers at the floor. Reach up with the right hand across the body. Left hand comes to thigh. And just move into a gentle twist here. The gaze can be at the palm or over the shoulder. And reverse. We'll quicken the pace a little bit. You can give a little burst exhale each time you raise the arm and twist. And now free twist. As you continue to twist, raise the elbows. Now twist all the way around. Plant the right hand on the left thigh. Find the fullest expression of the twist you can at this point in the practice as we warm up. Unwind. Other side. Unwind. Come to a standing position. Part of the warm-up this morning will be a few sun salutations. So find your feet at hips width, toes facing forward, toes spread out. Weight in all parts of the feet. Hands to heart center. Press into the feet, lift the heart up. Full exhale, hands down. Inhale, hands through, heart center and up. Come to a little back bend if you wish. Exhale, forward fold. Okay to have the knees quite bent to start. Frame the feet with the hands. Place the hands down. Step back with the right leg. Place the right knee down. Come to top of right foot. Gaze forward. Plant the hands fully. Step back with left leg. Come down to knees, then chest in chaturanga. And then into cobra. Tuck toes, lift the hips, through plank, downward facing dog. Right leg back in the air. Press into the hands. Step through. Knee down, look forward. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands down. Inhale again. Gentle back bend. Exhale forward. Step back, left leg this time. Gaze up, ribs off thigh, hands all the way down, step back. Chaturanga, knees down first if you like. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Tuck the toes. We'll lift the hips through plank. Down dog. Left leg in the air behind you. Press down into the right heel. Step forward. Land. Step forward with the right leg. Forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Standing. Exhale, hands down. Hands up. Forward fold. Right leg back. Exhale, left leg back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Lift. Down dog. Right leg back. Step forward. Step forward again, left leg. Rise to standing. Exhale, hands down, Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg back. Hands down, right leg back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Pressing the hands, exhale, down dog. Left leg in the air. Step through. Step forward. All the way up. Find the breath pattern here with the movement. One more time each side. Sun salutation. Right leg back in the air. Step through. Step forward. Rise to standing. One breath per movement. Left leg in the air. Step through. Step forward. Forward fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, back bend. Inhale to vertical. Exhale, hands back through heart center and down. Take a breath or two here. Notice the elevated heart rate. Ground into the feet once again. Make any adjustments you need to. Open eyes, lift hands through heart center. Steeple grip now. Heels of hands together, bend over to the right side. Side bend with long arms. Belly in, hips in the same plane. Last step, pull the chin off the chest and gaze at the heels of hands. Rotate the right shoulder underneath the left. Inhale all the way up. Pause. Exhale, left. Lengthen arms. Turn your gaze up. Left shoulder under right. Inhale up. Exhale, back bend. Little deeper now that we're warmed up. Feel the heart rising to the ceiling. Press in the feet, inhale all the way up, vertical. Exhale, lead with the heart forward fold. From the waist, hinge forward. Last, let the neck and head go. Shake them side to side. You might even roll the neck and head here. Lift the palms to shins. Take a step back with the right leg. Land on the ball of the foot. And pressing into both feet, come to Anjaneyasana. Looks like this from the side. Notice the weight of the body is directly over the hips. Drop the right heel down. Frame the front foot with both hands. Keep some weight in the back foot, the right foot. Squeeze the hips in. And now press into the fingertips, straighten the front leg. Maybe just a little. It may not come all the way straight yet. Keep the heart open as you do this. Gaze is forward and down. Keep walking the hands back to straighten the leg. Meanwhile, belly is off the thigh. There's room between the belly and the thigh. Bend the leg back. Stand once again, Anjaneyasana. Step forward and forward fold. Feel how strong the abdomen here is. Gives you strength to just work with gravity and bring the upper body completely forward. Inhale, palms to shins. Exhale, step back, opposite leg. Left leg this time. Anjaneyasana, come up onto the ball of the foot. Once you've got the body position nailed, squeezing the thighs in toward the midline. Drop the hands down on opposite side of the front foot. Then press back, straighten the leg. Steady as she goes. Every inhale, you're making sure the heart is open, the spine is long. Every exhale, you can press the leg a little bit further back and walk the hands back. One more round of breath. Next inhale. Rise to standing. Back to Anjaneyasana. Step forward and forward fold. Uttanasana. This time in Uttanasana, shift your weight to balls of feet. Keep the heels on the floor. You may walk the hands forward a little bit, but it's really about the lower body coming to an upright position. Here the legs are tilted back. Work to get them more forward. You might imagine that your heart is really full of energy, full of mass, and it's doing the work to bring your legs to this upright position, stretching the calves and hamstrings. Inhale, palms to shins. Step back with the right leg, Anjaneyasana. Arms up. Check the position of the toes in front. Sometimes they have a tendency to curl in or to curl down onto the mat. Release them anyway so the toes are facing directly forward. And then sink the hips a little lower. The front knee should be no further than over the ankle. Now drop the rear heel. Clasp your hands behind your back and straighten the front leg. Exhale. Lead with the heart forward. Parsvatanasana. In Parsvatanasana, find the heels of the hands together at the sacrum and lift the front toes. The hands are together at the sacrum. Reach back and down, opening the shoulders. Shoulder blades draw toward each other. Find length through the entire back, and then fold more deeply. Bend the front leg. Rise to standing, separate the hands. Now we're in Warrior One because the back heel is down. Draw the left hip toward your backside. Right hip comes forward. And then step forward. Forward fold. Palms to shins. Step back, opposite leg. Anjaneyasana. Drop the rear heel. Straighten front leg. Clasp the hands, one knuckle off where they were on the other side. And hinge forward. Parsvatanasana. Make adjustments. Focusing on those front toes. Spread them out. Lift them a bit. Stop that right leg just shy of locked. And then squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other. Strong abdomen. Lead with the heart forward. Keep opening the heart with every inhale. Keep diving with every exhale. Full breath out. Inhale, press into both feet. Separate the hands. Step forward. Forward fold. And from this forward fold position, plant the hands outside the feet. Take a little hop back. If you need to walk, that's perfectly okay. Land in plank position. In plank, play with the hips. Let them sag down. Lift them up through the midline. Walk the feet slightly forward to come up onto tippy toes. Let the neck and head go. Walk the feet back, return to plank. Drop the hips to the right side. almost touching the floor, but not quite. Use the right elbow for a stand. Lift the hips up. Drop them to the left side. Again, not quite touching the ground. Feel that stretch in the left hip, left leg, left side body. Raise things up. Back to plank. Come down to knees. Bring the hips and heels together. Reach out, elbows off the ground in devotional pose. Big inhale on the way you open the heart. Big ah on the way down. Once again, big inhale, open the heart. Big exhale, ah, down. Imagine you're pushing a marble in between the hands with your nose. Extend forward, bring the throat in between the hands, the heart in between the hands, the solar plexus. Land on tops of feet and lift up, upward facing dog. Shift the weight in upward facing dog to the base of the thumb and the base of the forefinger. So your arms are rolling inward slightly. Make sure the fingers are spread out. Press into tops of feet, lift your hips off the ground. Tuck your toes, come through plank to downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, shoot the right leg back behind you. Press the left leg all the way into the floor. And then bend the right leg and stack the right hip atop the left. Straighten the right leg again. Place it down. Shift the right hand into the midline of the mat and turn your hips so the left hip stacks atop the right. From here you have options. If this is too intense for you, you can come down to elbow, like so, for a little more support. Or you can move more deeply into the pose. Finding the right knife edge of the foot, lift the left leg. Exhale it down. Return to plank. Come down to knees, hips to heels in devotional pose. Open the heart, inhale. Lift the head. Exhale, bring chest down first, then forehead. Push a marble between the hands, inchworm forward. Inhale up, upward facing dog. Press in the tops of feet, lift the hips. Tuck the toes. Come through plank to downward facing dog. Raise the left leg. Press into the hands, extend. Drop the right heel toward the floor. Bend the upper leg. Stack hips. Extend the leg. Step down. Shift the left hand toward the mid-center of the mat. And turn the hips. If you were down on elbow on the other side, come down to elbow on this side. Lift the hips as high as they can go. If you lifted the leg on the other side, lift the leg on this side, finding your balance. Play. Exhale, leg down. Hand down. Shift grip. Come down to knees. Press hips to heels. Devotional pose. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, forehead and heart down. One more time. Heart up. Exhale, sigh it down. Inchworm forward. Upward facing dog. Tuck toes, downward facing dog. Right leg in the air behind you. Right knee to right elbow. Fly, float. If you have an advanced practice, you can actually come to a stand by bringing the right knee all the way up on the tricep and shifting the weight forward, and then fly the back leg. Extend the right leg behind you. Bring the right leg through the midline and then cross it underneath the body as you shift the right hand into the midline of the mat and open up once again. 3/4 wheel. Exhale, unwind, return to plank. Hips to heels, devotional pose. Heart up, inhale. Exhale, sigh. Heart up, inhale. Exhale, sigh. Come into upward facing dog. Tuck toes, downward facing dog. Press in the hands, move heels toward floor. And lift left leg. Left knee comes to elbow. Hover. If you stood on the other side, do a stand on this side. Then extend it back. Knee to chest. As if you're going to step through, step under and across. Shift the left hand in. Open the body. Heart to ceiling. As if to say to the heavens, hey, I'm here. I'm all in. Keep opening. Exhale, untwist. Draw the leg back through and down. Come down to knees, hips to heels. Oh, that's an intense pose. Inhale, head and chest up. Exhale, sigh. One more time. Smile and sigh down. Bring the hands back so the tops of hands are by ankles on the floor. Child's pose. Grab the heels with your hands. Tuck your chin into the chest and bring the top of the head to the mat in front of you. Really curl in the belly here. And lift up the head. Come to an upright position. Let's take a moment to integrate everything we've done to this point. You might feel into the heart here. Direct all your awareness to the heart center. No matter how your practice has gone to this point, send loving kindness to yourself. Appreciation for all that you can do. All the ways that you can move. All the ways that you can feel. Now come to a seated position. Cross-legged. Palms up. As in the beginning of class, find the sits bones on the floor, lengthen the spine. Let the knees drop to the floor. If they're up here, that's okay. Just try to release and let go. Bring the soles of the feet together now. Flap the knees. Reach your hands up. And again, using the strength of your core, fold in half from the waist. Keep the arms long. Get the ears in between the biceps. Continue to reach out. Continue to open the back of the heart. And then when you've gone as far as you can go, round over. Bring the forehead down toward the toes. There are a few binds that you can do from this position. One of them is to bring, excuse me, one of them is to bring the biceps and forearms underneath the calves and place them on the floor or on tops of feet. This helps you to lever down. Another one is to place the hands behind the back, interlaced like we were before in Parsvottanasana, and then lift the wrists. I find this one harder to do. Do whatever works for you. Also, straight up just placing the hands on tops of the feet without a bind can be very effective. Inhale, come to an upright position. And then bring the heels in toward the hips and work your way down all the way to the back. From this position, come up onto balls of feet. And lifting without any push, bring the knees all the way up toward the shoulders. Lift the mid, all the way up to the mid-back off the floor. Set everything down. And repeat this for the next 30 seconds at your own pace. Remember, no momentum. Flex the core. Lift as much as the hips and lower back off the floor as you can. It takes a while to feel this, especially if you've done a lot of yoga and your abs are pretty developed. But we're moving into a sequence now where we'll revisit this pose. And more than likely, on our return, you'll feel it more. Five more. And down. Cross the legs. Reach the hands through. Come to a plank position. In plank, come down to elbows. And we'll be here for 30 seconds. Make any adjustments you need to in the hips to find the right plank position, to find as straight a line as possible. Five more seconds. And drop to knees. Extend in devotional pose. Rise up through table to downward facing dog. Walk or jump forward. Crossing the legs, come all the way back down to the floor. Unfurl the legs, knees together, raise the legs so that the legs are at a right angle to the upper body. Straighten as much as possible. Maybe you're down here, maybe you're overcorrecting a little bit. Come back as close as you can to a right angle. And then walk the hands up the sides of the legs and pulse with the fingertips to the outsides of feet for 30 seconds. Exhale, hands down. Exhale, heels toward hips, but land on the balls of feet. Right where we were before. Take a full breath in. Adjust the neck and head if you need to. And then for 30 seconds, lifts. After every lift, set down on the balls of feet as close as you can to the hamstrings. Heels staying close to hamstrings the whole time in the lift. Find your own pace, your own rhythm of breath. A short exhale, a little pulse as you lift can give you strength and help to coordinate the breathing. "15 more seconds. Five more. Cross legs, rock through. Plank. Now this time you can stay in upper plank, high plank, or you can again return to low plank. Up to you, 30 seconds. How does all of this relate to the heart when we're working the guts so much, right? Well, you may notice that your heart rate is elevated. Plus, it takes heart and guts to make it in life. We're all part of that central channel. Place in the body where you can build up energy. Find your reserves of strength. Exercise your vitality. 5 more seconds. And down to knees, hips to heels. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, ah. Rise through table. Tuck toes, down dog. Stay for a second's rest. And then cross-legged. Jump through. Land and seated. Knees together. Make your way down to the floor. Lift the legs up. Last round. Straighten the legs as much as you can. Bring the toes toward the nose. Then walk hands up the sides of legs. And pulse for 30 seconds. Last one. Exhale, feet toward floor. Take your time. Find the extension. And then backs of hands to floor, palms open, toes track out. Next, exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, back of head down. Full breath. Next inhale, bring the knees to chest and rock side to side. Set the left foot down, cross the right ankle over the left knee, push the right knee away from you, and grab underneath the underneath the hamstring behind the knee. You might even use this right elbow to push the right knee away. And move the left knee toward you as you move the right knee away. This modified version of pigeon. Release and switch sides. Left ankle above right knee. Lift the right lower leg. Thread the hands through to come behind the right knee, right hamstring. And use the left elbow to push away the left knee. Now draw the right knee towards you. It's so important to get to know your body intimately. These deep kinds of stretches can help. For me, I feel this stretch most strongly along the left hamstring, all the way up to the left glute muscles. Just notice where you're feeling it the most. And make any slight modifications as necessary to optimize the stretch. And set the feet down. Backs of hands to floor once again. Lift the knees toward chest and grab the outsides of the feet. Happy baby. In Happy Baby, express the back of the tailbone toward the floor. Really, the sacrum should be resting on the floor. It's okay if this restricts your leg movement somewhat. Find the correct base position first, and then start to work with the legs, extending one leg then the other. Maybe they don't extend very far if the sacrum stays on the floor, that's okay. There's no competition, especially not with the self. Let the left leg go down, extended long on the mat, heel toward the floor. And bring both hands to the base of the right foot. And now cross the left hand under to grab the outside of the right foot and pull it across as the right arm comes to T. If you'd like, you can let the hand slip all the way up to the knee and deepen in the stretch, or keep a hold of the foot. In either case, keep both shoulder blades on the floor. Unwind. Back to happy baby. Find the sacrum on the floor. And now reach the right hand across. The left foot, right leg comes down. You're basketing the bottom of the foot here. Extend the right leg as much as you can. Start to extend the left a bit. And then grab underneath the wrist. Hit the outside of the foot. Cross over. Left arm comes to T. And either keep the hand on the foot or slide it up to the knee. And deepen the stretch that way. Full breath exhale. Inhale, bring the knees back up to center. Grab the outsides of the feet in happy baby one last time. Draw the insteps of the feet together. Slide the hands down the legs. Lengthen the legs one last time. And exhale, heels toward floor in a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And heels touch together. Release. Toes out, Shavasana. Big deep breath. Inhale together. Retain the breath. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release the breath. Inhale again. Retain. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Inhale, retain the breath. Make fists. Bring the elbows into your ribs and squeeze inward to the ribs as you keep holding. Lift the heart, the back of the heart off the floor. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Let everything go. Relax. Inhale. Retain the breath. Press the back of the head into the floor. Tighten the throat. Knit the eyebrows together. Make a face. Tight jaw. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Inhale together. Retain the breath. Press the insteps of the feet together, thighs together, heels into the floor, scrunch the toes, tighten the hips, and hold for 5, 4, 3, tenser still, 2, 1. Exhale, let it all go. Relax the lower body. On the count of 5, we'll complete the process of surrender to the autonomic nervous system, which regulates the heart, the blood flow, all those functions that keep us alive, keep us vital without our conscious effort. 5, the mind consciously surrenders control of the breath. 4, that manager we have running around in there decides, at least temporarily, to quit the job and to simply let life happen exactly as it is, without any intervention. 3, any thoughts that come up in the mind are noticed, labeled as thinking, and allowed to drift on by. 2, the chest cavity, the belly, the side body, the back, all expand and contract automatically. We simply notice what's happening. It's a beautiful, even flow. Life force moving in and out, like a natural pump. 1, the body begins to feel very heavy, or perhaps very light. Even the backs of hands are heavy on the floor. The heels feel heavy. The eyelids feel extremely heavy. You could choose to move any of these parts of the body, but having surrendered it all, you choose not to. Last and not least, a warm white light permeates your form, bringing ease to every level of the body, within every cell. Within every muscle group, within every joint. You are calm, at ease, and fully, completely, and utterly relaxed. Return to an embodied state of awareness. Flutter your eyes. Push down into the balls of feet. Fully extend one leg, then the other. And move the weight of your form from side to side. And one moment resting on the right hip, right shoulder blade, then rocking to the other side. Left hip, left shoulder blade. Restore movement to the body. Wiggle the fingers. Roll your wrists, both directions. And reach up overhead. Backs of hands on floor, stretching the full body. Exhale. Make your way onto right or left side in the fetal position, whatever comes naturally. As you land in the fetal position and feel how supported you are by the floor, your mat, the ground, the sofa, wherever you may be, touch back in with the heart. Just feel the beat. Know that the heart is the seat of the soul, the great keeper of wisdom. Many of the answers that we look for in life can be found here. And even if not, it's a great place to start. Find your way to a seated position. Legs crossed, hands at heart center to close class. We'll end with the sound of Om. Breathe in together on the exhale, Om. From my highest self to your highest self, the light in me honors the light in each of you. Thank you for coming to class today. Namaste.